What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You saw it in the thumbnail. Rayhaan Obsidian supposedly cloning the greatest iris fragrance of all time. This is a 2019 batch code, 75 ml. Dior Homme Parfum. The GOAT. Right? 2014 to 2019 was the 75 ml. 2020 to 2020, end of 2024, was supposedly the same thing, but in 100 ml. And then in December 26, 2024, we got the new version of Dior Homme Parfum that people like to call 2025, but came out. I bought it from Dior's website the day after Christmas last year. So it's Dior Homme 2024. Dior Homme Parfum. But is this really good? I'm going to be more critical on this clone than any other clone ever in history, because it's cloning this. If it ain't fucking perfect, it's getting a shit rating. I'm just letting you know. If it's pretty good, it ain't getting a 7, it'll get a 4. That's how overly critical I'm going to be about this. I don't know who else has gone critically, and people might be giving it a 10 when it's really an 8, because people throw 10s around like just because you like it, it's a 10. So I don't know. I don't do those things. But I just want to fair warn you, especially for those of you that have it already and love it. If it ain't spitting image of this, it ain't getting a super high rating. It's got to impress me to get that, because this is one of the 5 greatest fragrances I've ever smelled, and this is, in my opinion, the greatest iris fragrance of all time. So, let's see. Stay tuned. So before we dive into the comparison of these two, you can grab this in stock currently for the Cyber Monday deal from Fragflex and Fragrance Buy and get some savings going if you're buying a few other things on top of that. They have discounts, the BOGO sale, as well as free shipping options, free samples, and so on, free gifts. So you might want to look into that, because like I said, this is in stock currently. And might want to grab it depending on what I think here, right? I don't know, maybe it's not worth grabbing, but there's a bunch of cool other things to get. I already did some shopping with their Black Friday sale. I grabbed Toy Boy 2 for myself with some fragrances that I needed for my member giveaway that's upcoming, like Argo's Sacred Flame. They do have a bunch of crazy stuff in stock. So check the Cyber Monday sale down below in the description. But let's get into this. So you want critical? You're going to get critical. But when I'm critical, boy, do people bitch, piss, and moan if they don't agree with the things I have to say. Fragrance opinions, guys. Fragrance opinions. The rest of your day will be okay unless you have psychological issues and you're like, that TLTG opinion just done fucked my whole day. I can't even eat my lunch. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. But I do love the bottles in this Rayhaan line. Aquatica, the Virgin Olive Water clone. Awesome stuff. So I have high hopes. I've gotten a lot of Rayhaan fragrances lately, and a lot of them have been really impressive, especially the Virgin Olive Water clone. So this is a tall task right here, because I'm one of the few in the crowd that loves the new Dior Homme Parfum, but this is its own beast, right? I love these bottle designs. The crimson one looks really good too. So what are we going to do? We're going spray of the original on the left hand. I'm not breathing through my nose yet. Atomizers lined up. 2 sprays of the clone on the right hand. I can taste it. Without breathing through my nose, I can taste the fragrances. I hope it's so good. Guys, I would love nothing more than to beat this to be the first clone I've ever given a 10 to. I've never given a clone a 10. I've given 4 10s ever. I don't even rate this a 10. And I think it's the greatest iris fragrance of all time. So, for a clone that's its own category, I'd love to give it a 10. But we'll see. The original, heaven in a bottle. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for the creation from Francois Demachi. This is incredible. I'm so glad it exists. I have 2 75 mLs, a sealed one that I'll probably never open. And I told the wife, if I die first, throw it in the casket. It's coming with me. so I can take some sprays with me. So, not that I really could, but waxy, a little leathery because it's technically a leather fragrance. A touch animalic and woodsy. I don't get the citrus that's supposedly there, and then when it dries down, it gets this brighter, creamy sandalwood transition, but powdery, just magnificence. I get the citrus in the clone. I get distinctive orange. So right away, there's a little bit of a difference here. It's probably the same notes, but the execution is going to be a little different because it's not the same perfumer. It's 100% not the same ingredient quality, I guarantee you. But it's very similar. I do get the citrus. It's almost blood orange-like because it's such a dark fragrance wrapping around this little bit of citrus that I get. Powdery, a little dry, leathery, woodsy, and animalic. So this is the unfair part. Doing the side-by-side, it can't touch the original. It can't. It can't. The question is going to be, does it get really close and can it satisfy the itch for those that can't get this? Right? That's really what it comes down to. That's where I got to be more realistic and not too critical, because does this get really close? Because that's what a lot of people are looking for, because it was never going to be one-to-one. No clones are one-to-one. It just can't happen. It is pretty damn good. I find Obsidian to be a bit more woodsy than the original Dior Homme Parfum. But it's kind of what and what with the way the iris comes across, and I do get a little bit of citrus. It is really good. It is really good. It's going to get a really high rating. Let's pull up these notes on Parfumo. 2025. People are rating it very highly. 8.4 out of 10 on 14 ratings. Powdery, woody. Yeah, woody for sure. Sweet, spicy, leathery. Iris, rose, leather, oud. And when you look at the originals notes, it is iris, leather, sandalwood. Powdery, leathery, woody, sweet, spicy. Oh, that's they're showing a bottle of the 100 ml, even though they listed as the 2014. Hey, Parfumo's got Dior Homme Parfum 2024. They got it listed with the appropriate year. Go ahead, Parfumo. Proud of you. They're saying it smells similar to that. No, it does not. Not really. It is pretty close. Like, just relativity to one another. 90+%. Let's be real here. There's a balance difference here. Because again, it's not the original master perfumer creating this with the same ingredients in the same setting. It's not going to be super the same, but it can be pretty close. And I think we're pretty close here. There's even a little smoked nuance I've always gotten from here, a little puff of smoke from this leather cord that I don't really get in Rayhaan. I get more of the woodiness. It's not funky, but it's a dry, darker, heavy wood leather accord combination that I get here. That citrus is gone. And it's not as powdery, but it's close. I'm going to say just the openings, now that the blast is settling into the opening, I'm going to say the openings are about 90+%. You know, I wouldn't go 95% plus. I wouldn't say it's deadly accurate, but it's like really, really close. So 90 plus, 90 to 94% range is what that means when I say 90 plus. 95 plus would be 95 to 100. That's as accurate as it gets. You know, I think we're 90+% here in the opening. Dry down could get even closer because this becomes very much a creamy blonde wood fragrance. And if this transitions into that, then we have a deadly close match. I still do get a little hint of the citrus. I'm going 90+% here, and I'm going to say that this is much more accurate than Homme Parfum's Gary's Den, which is spicy. It's almost like it's its own Dior Homme Iris flanker because I've always found it spicier than the Intense and the Parfum. It's kind of in between. It's closer to Dior Homme Parfum, but again, it's a very spicy fragrance. So none of the Dior Hommes were spicy fragrances. So it's kind of always been a twist and its own flanker. This is much more, we're going to clone as close as we can, and they did get probably about as close as you can. I think this fragrance alone, just in this opening first impression initial setting, I'll be damned, it's a 9 out of 10. It is outstanding. It's not the perfect clone, but honestly, just in this opening, I think that's about as accurate as you could expect a fragrance to get to this. I think this is about as accurate as it could be to this. Realistically, guys. Because Dior, even though they're not using the most natural of oils, they did use Florentine Iris. They did use a natural iris here for being a designer line fragrance, not a private line fragrance either. They used pretty good quality oils here. They did with this line. Whereas this, I mean, it's not going to be Florentine Iris. Florentine Iris, take it from a man whose first 2 collaboration fragrances had Florentine Iris in it. It's the most expensive oil. It takes 3 years to curate and make. I highly doubt Rayhaan was paying what it costs per kilo for Florentine Iris. They did something similar that's a synthetic, which most designer level irises do. And that's the slight differences I get in iris here. This is a much more natural iris smell. This is more designer powdery lipsticky like, but that's okay. I expect that. This is a very affordable fragrance. This never was. Believe it or not, I got this for $115 back when Vinba wasn't Vinba, and it was Kushik, the owner, with an active spreadsheet that live updated stock and inventory when he was selling just in the Facebook groups before he started the company Vinba Fragrances. I bought this blindly from him. I got it for $115. I sprayed it one time, and I bought another one. And then within 2 months, they discontinued the 75 ml. So I got 2 of the last ones he ever had. But yeah, I think 9 out of 10. This isn't an outstanding clone of this, and I can safely say if you want to get about as close of an experience as you're going to get to the original formula of Dior Homme Parfum, this would be the way to go. Because it's going to dry into the creamy sandalwood. It's not difficult to transition into what's kind of a basic dry down with an incredible opening and heart. It's probably going to do that. I'm very curious to see how it's going to go. I got some cold weather coming up over the next week. I'm going to wear this. I absolutely will wear this, and I encourage you to check it out in the link down below while they're running this Cyber Monday deal. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you leave. We'll see you on the next one.